Welcome to Revolutionary Ideas. I'm Jim Kunkel, host of the Digital Revolution podcast, and I would like to share breaking news as reported by Christelle Vermees on AndroidPolice.com titled, Google reportedly puts the brakes on Gemini, its answer to OpenAI's GPT-4. Let's get into this new reported update on Google Gemini. When OpenAI's ChatGPT took the world by storm about a year ago, it sounded the alarm across the tech industry. Companies that weren't already all in on AI knew they needed to accelerate, and one of them was Google. Since then, the tech giant has launched Google Bard and added countless AI tools to various services, all while working on its own all-encompassing project to rival OpenAI's latest GPT advances. Codenamed Gemini. While it was originally speculated that Gemini could go live before the end of 2023, it now seems like the project has hit a snag. According to the information, sources close to the Gemini project now claim that Google CEO Sundar Pichai has put the brakes on upcoming launch events. While smaller editions of Gemini have already been tested, the large language model is still being developed and is supposedly facing challenges. Specifically, engineers believe that language model still needs more improvement before Gemini can be launched. While it's performing very well in English, its performance is lagging in other languages. If a delay is imminent, this means that other Google products and services that were slated to benefit from Gemini, such as Bard, are going to be impacted as well. While it launches Gemini, it's expected to come in different sizes, including a lightweight version for mobile. The idea would be to appeal to as many developers as possible. When details on the Gemini project began to leak, rumors suggested that Google didn't want to size up along ChatGPT. Insiders claim that the goal was to suppress the capacities of OpenAI's product development and reportedly began focusing on combining the text capabilities of large language models and AI image generation to create a more versatile tool. Google has supposedly been using YouTube video transcripts to train Gemini, and the company's lawyers have been monitoring the process to ensure training materials do not violate copyright regulations. To bolster its efforts, Google welcomed back its co-founder, Sergey Brin, to take a hands-on approach to the company's AI efforts and help spearhead Gemini. Other notables who have hopped on board include Paul Perham, senior Google researcher, Tom Hennigan of DeepMind. When Gemini is complete, it could be used to power Google's suite of products from Bard to Workspace Duet AI. According to insiders, the earliest Gemini could debut is 2024, but nothing has been set in stone. Meanwhile, OpenAI is already working on surpassing its ChatGPT-4 model and developing GPT-5. By the time Gemini is rolled out, it will be interesting to see if it could still help Google gain ground on OpenAI. While the potential is still certainly there, the delay could be a costly setback if Google's competitor uses the extra time to its advantages. So let me provide my perspective as to why it's important to have alternative options, i.e. competition, to OpenAI's GPT. It's important to have alternative options to compete with OpenAI GPT because it can foster innovative and creativity in the field of natural language processing and artificial intelligence. Different models may have different strengths and weaknesses, and by exploring various approaches and architectures, researchers and developers can learn from each other and improve their methods and applications. It can increase accessibility and affordability of natural language generation and understanding. OpenAI GPT is powerful but expensive and exclusive model that requires a lot of computing resources and a special license to access. Alternative options may be more open source, free or low cost, and thus more available and useful in a wider range of users and purposes. It can promote diversity and exclusivity, of natural language data and representation. OpenAI GPT is trained on a large amount of text from the internet, which may contain biases, inaccuracies, or gaps in certain domains, languages, or perspectives. Alternative options may use different data sources, pre-processing techniques, or evaluation metrics to ensure more fairness, accuracy, and coverage of natural language phenomena. Please give this video a like if you found value on this topic, and also consider subscribing to the Digital Revolution channel if you're not. If you're a subscriber, I greatly appreciate your support of the channel content.